What up, everybody? It's your boy Theo Pitts here. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube so you never miss any Run Your Race content.
That was where I drew the line. I was like, I got to do what's best for myself.
Yeah.
Like, I want to be in the league. I want to do this.
People don't know this. It was a struggle to get my man to Carolina.
Was it?
Super
Super
Too far from home, or
No.
He was ready to go.
Oh, he was ready to go.
Actually,
Hold on, who'd you consider? Who else was?
Arizona was.
Oh yeah. We
So
was worried about that. We was worried about that.
Sean and my dad
Yeah.
played together at Pitt,
Mm.
so I had known Sean Miller since I was a kid.
Your daddy played with everybody at Pitt. Boy.
Right.
I didn't know that
But
many
that's
damn people
like
went to Pitt.
but that's the benefit of having a basketball family.
For sure.
You
Yeah,
have
for sure.
random connections.
Yeah.
Where like
Pitt should have won.
Coach Cal was the GA the year before my dad got to Pitt. So they had known each other for 30 years.
And Cam was when people found out he was transferring, everybody was like, "Oh shit, we need to get on this one."
Oh.
You know
So
what
I
I'm
like Kentucky and Arizona.
Yeah.
Coach Cal, Sean Miller, two guys that I've known my whole life.
Yeah.
Two guys that I feel comfortable playing for. I
Right.
chose Arizona, thinking Coach Miller told me such and such wasn't going to come back to school. The spot is yours.
Mhm.
Such and such did end up coming back to school. And it's like, that's their roster. That's their team from last year. There's no
Yeah.
need to jump in there and be like, where's my spot?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just unnecessary.
And
so it's like,
then-
all good. Somebody committed to Kentucky, taking the spot that I would have had at Kentucky.
Mm.
So then I was looking at like UCLA, Oregon.
You always
But
got a plan.
This whole entire time, I was not even allowed to speak to Carolina because on my
Crazy.
release, my transfer release,
Mhm.
it said I can't talk to teams in our conference or on our schedule.
Oh.
Mhm.
I can't go there. I thought that was unfair. What if I wanted to go to an ACC school? And for some reason, I appealed it because I thought maybe I want to go to some ACC school, but the only school in my head was Carolina.
Yeah.
So I was not like, let me see what
What Duke
Duke
was talking
talking-
about.
no,
or
I was
something
like,
that.
that'd be the only school I go to, and the other school I go to in the ACC. I was like, let me appeal this. So I appealed it. It took so long for
Right,
that
it took
process.
forever,
So
bro.
that's when I did all the other recruiting. That's when I figured out
Okay.
everything else. But then they come back to me. They grant me my appeal. They set me a time and date. This is a crazy thing. I don't know if you noticed. I was playing pickup. I was at Ohio State playing
Mm.
pickup. Just drove down to Columbus. Like, I want to see what these dudes about, play
Yeah.
pickup with them. I was playing with them. And I got a call while I was playing. I get back to my phone. I got a call, like literally as I'm getting back to my phone.
Mm.
And then I miss it. I get a text message. It says like, this is such and such from the athletic department office. Like, we're calling to schedule your time for your appeal. You didn't answer, so we're going to cancel it and try to reschedule it for like X 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Oh,
wait,
never
Yeah,
go-
let's
never
do
go-
it.
Hey, let's do it right now.
I
I
have
was
my
like, what are you
phone on
talking
me.
about? Like, you gave me
Sis,
3
relax.
minutes.
I'm up here hooping trying to get better.
Yeah.
Give me 3 minutes.
Yeah.
So then they're like, all right, we'll do it tomorrow morning. So I drive back home. I have this meeting in the morning. I show up. It's me and 2 compliance officers, and a board of like Pitt
Mhm.
administration, like university administration
Yep.
that will decide.
Mm.
The compliance officers come in with binders. This is precedent. This is this. This is that. I come in there just myself, like, this is what I think. Everything's changed. Everything down to the school colors and the school logo has changed.
Mhm.
Team, coach, athletic department,
Yeah.
Mhm.
players. This is not the school
This
that I
is
came
committed to.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
to. Exactly.
Mhm.
I fulfilled my academic obligations. I graduated. I tried to serve the university well. I tried to be a proud representative of the university, never got in any trouble.
Yep.
I'm trying to do what's best for my future.
Mhm.
Why should they be able to decide what school I go to?
Yeah.
And that was basically my argument. They come back, they take that information, they come back. This is another 2 weeks. So this is why it all took so long to start talking to Carolina.
Got it.
They said, you're free to talk to ACC schools and schools on the schedule. And I'm like, I read that part of the email. I'm like, great. But then I keep reading and it says, but if you do go to one of those schools, you have to sit out your first year
Mhm.
and play and only be able to play your second as if you were a regular transfer.
Mm.
I was like, nah, I can't do it. Because I didn't even want to, I wasn't even planning on staying my 5th year.
Right.
There was not one bit of me that planned on staying at Carolina for 2 years. It was supposed to only be a 1 year
One and
process.
done, yeah.
I didn't even, there was a point where I had decided between testing the waters and transferring.
Yeah.
And I decided to transfer.
Mm.
Then it was like, I'm only going to do this for 1 year.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to leave.
So when you left Pitt, you felt comfortable enough to go to the league at that time?
Not fully. That's why I did it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought about it,
You thought about it.
and I thought about the possibility of it.
Mhm.
I'm tall,
Yeah.
shot 42% from three. It's like
Yeah.
that stuff rings, but like there was definitely some stuff that I had to
Yeah.
Yeah.
prove, show, get
Yeah,
better.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't have been drafted.
Right.
I would have tried to scrap for a two-way or something.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would have scrapped for like a late pick.
You wouldn't
Yeah.
have got a
I would've
two-way
been in that
You
group.
wouldn't have got a two-way that year. They didn't come
That-
till.
that
They didn't
was
come to
the first
COVID.
year.
Oh, that was the first
oh,
year?
was it?
That was like
Oh,
a big
okay.
thing on
I
getting.
got you.
I'm thinking about doing it.
Got
But like
it.
I would have scrapped. You know how many people they tell that will go in the second round?
Yeah.
Like you know how many people are like you're projected to be a mid to late second rounder.
Mm-hmm.
There's 15 mid to late second round picks, but 60 guys that have that label,
Yeah.
which
Right.
is true because any one of them dudes can be picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just up to the team, whatever they
Yeah.
decide. But
Then we called the big dog. Coach Williams got into play.
Mm.
But yeah, so I ended up being able to talk to Carolina, but I told Coach Williams, Coach Roy, like,
This was happening.
this is what they're
Yeah.
telling me. I'd love to come play here, but I can't sit out that year. So like, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, he said, all right.
All right.
Hey,
Let
sometimes
me
you just
get my
gotta call the
phone
right
out.
people. Sometimes you just gotta go over people's heads and say,
you just
you know
gotta
what?
tell the right people,
Let
talk
me
to the
just,
right
Coach Fred,
just call them
I
real
talk to
quick.
Coach Fred about this all the time. It was
Mhm.
like, what can we do? And they had lawyers on it. And basically, how I got that year is they said the wording of the graduate transfer rule gives no room
Mm-hmm.
for a school to decide how much eligibility a player has.
Yeah.
It was all straight legality.
Yeah.
It was like it's either you let them apply the grad transfer rule, or
You don't.
or you don't, or you enforce what you're allowed to enforce. They're only allowed to enforce what they're allowed to enforce, which was where you can go.
Gotcha.
They're not allowed to say how many years you can play.
Yeah.
And they took that back to the Pit, and I'm thinking like yeah,
Yeah.
got it.
But
And
the
Pitt's
kid
like-
was fighting.
I
Pit
bet.
said no.
Yeah. Hey,
No.
They're basically like, well, then we'll reverse the decision all in all.
Right.
So guess what? All while this is going on, our AD takes a job at Oregon State, free to go, goes out there.
The 80 at Pitt.
The AD at Pitt.
Uh-huh.
So the compliance officers followed him to Oregon State. The ones I argued against, I said, I can't go to play on these schools,
Yeah.
then just left and said,
Sheesh.
I'm leaving though.
Mhm.
Like, you can't go, but I'm leaving.
yeah.
24 hours left on their job before they officially became workers for a
Mhm.
different university. They called me, and these are guys got like, you know, academic office, compliance, athletic department. We at Loudermilk, like you see those people,
Yeah.
you know those people, you talk to those people. I was in SAC, like I did all those things. I
Yeah.
was in with them,
Yeah.
talking to them every day, and now we're arguing against each other. Like
Yeah.
they
that's
were my
crazy.
people, and now I'm
Yeah,
fighting with them.
Yeah.
And they call me, and they're like, "We have 24 hours left on the job, and you're free to play your 2 years at Carolina. Like we're letting it go. You're good to go." And that was that.
Sheesh.
Wow. That's nuts.
You got a crazy college experience.
Yeah, my
Yeah, it was
goodness.
wild.
You got a lot going on, buddy.
It was
Man.
wild.
Hey, but they said sayonara, have fun.